Right. Hey guys. Hi guys. My first live here on YouTube. I'm so excited. Oh, nice. I'm here with Tino. Tino Presenti.
Yeah. Hi, guys. You guys might have seen me through some of his videos, and if some of you know, like both of our channels, you probably uh, will know who I am. Yes, Tino Pesenti from Tino Pesenti's channel. So already someone's joining. Awesome. That's great.
Cool. Hi, man.
Welcome to this amazing live. It's our first time to do a live, like a two people live, so we'll try to do our best to interact in the best way we can.
Yeah.
Ideally, it would be for you guys to ask questions, right? If you guys have any questions towards the channel, his channel mainly.
Also, his channel. If you want to know about things, yeah. If you want, the coffee's ready.
The coffee is ready, right?
Drink some coffee. It will be long swim. So, guys, yes, my first live stream. Again, we travel around Japan, and if you like to ask some question, we done with Uber, also in a very cheap way. So, if you like to ask some question, how we did it, how was it, just interact with us. It will be really cool. And waiting some espresso to come will be really longest live stream. And be here for 1.5 year in Japan. It's been a great experience. It's not easy in the beginning, but yeah, step by step you get better. You got to know the people around. So I really want to share with you today my journey that I have here in Japan for quite a while. So you might use it for yourself if you come here, or if you're here in Japan, you might use it for improve your life, or to be kind of better what you're doing in Japan. So yeah, let's do it. Waiting my coffee. So guys, I came here 1.5 year ago. I'm Italian, as you must know, and I came to Fukuoka. Fukuoka, it's my city where my wife come from. So it was great to come here and know her origin, her city, and it was really nice experience. Of course, again, the first cultural shock in the first 3 months, and you don't know many things happening here in Japan, but step by step, as you know, get it better and better. So the live stream purpose will be most of traveling around Japan. We done last 2 months ago.
I was like, what, 3 months
Cheers,
ago,
guys.
something. Cheers.
It's coffee. It's no, it's no. I'm a coke, okay?
Yeah, well, we have pretty much we went to travel 3 months ago, 2 months ago, and now we want to cover what kind of topics. Remember, we said like we want to talk about Uber. Some of you guys might be interested about Uber Eats. We wanted to talk about the fact of our travel in general,
Yeah.
and also life in Japan, because life in Japan can be sometimes, like he said, intimidating in some situations, in some cases. Yeah, I need to move a little bit. We have a beautiful guitar behind.
Guys, want us to play the guitar? Just wait.
No, I really can't. I just can't do that.
Yeah, so this is a topic we want to talk today. Mostly will be like a more Uber Eats and living here in Japan. And we start to say that we started traveling last 2 months. We went around Japan,
Yeah,
and in a really great way.
I think it's good to sort of put them into like the story, what happened.
Yes.
So how did that happen first?
Yes. So
Do you remember why did we end up having this weird idea of?
It was actually, the idea was from your question. I was in his house. I was upstairs, and we were just having some drink. And he asked me, "Hey, but can we go tomorrow in Tokyo and do Uber Eats?" Just like
Yeah,
a
that's
really
right.
random question
Yeah.
from nowhere. I said,
Mm.
"That's a good question."
Yeah.
So we called actually the Uber Eats support, and we asked the question to the guy, "Hey, if tomorrow I'm going to Kitakyushu, can I be online and start to work?" And the guy said, "Yeah."
Well, that's like the
he
short way.
Yeah,
That's the short way. No, he didn't say yeah. First he was like, it was probably the first time for him to hear such a weird question. So yeah, he went to ask a couple of I don't know, superior before to get back to us, to eventually tell us that it was possible.
It was possible. Yes,
It was possible. For me personally, I've been traveling like for now a fair few years. It's been like nearly 10 years that I'm traveling around Japan and around the world. And to me, the concept of doing Uber was amazing already. Being free, being able to work whenever you want, no boss. That's the major reason why I like Uber, is not having to deal with a boss. And yeah, this feeling of if you work more, you make more money, and you know. But then at the same time, I heard that when you do the training, when you go to the training at the partner center, they tell you that they have Uber all over the country, and now in even more cities, like in
yes,
a
absolutely.
lot of cities in Japan. And I was like, geez, does that mean, because the application must be the same, taking in consideration the fact that I don't have a boss, I don't have anyone, you know, it's just all held by the application. I was like, yeah, would it be possible to go to another city and just work, get started with that? So
So once the guys say yes, maybe we can get my car, put the bicycle in the car, and just start the trip. So it was random. I was very fast after we just
first we thought like of going by scooter.
yes,
Remember? Because you
yes.
have a scooter. He hates driving his scooter.
Yeah. It's just
Yeah.
It's 50 cc and I hate it. But we quickly decide, okay, you know what? Next week we go.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we needed to
Yeah.
get out of Fukuoka as well. I think it was just after, towards the end of the coronavirus. And yeah, I mean, personally, I'm the type who needs to go out to do something,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
move around.
Summer was
Staying.
coming, so it was in May, end of May, June. Anyway,
Yeah,
summer
yeah.
was coming. So no, we need to get out of here.
Yeah.
So we start our trip. We put everything in the car. We call the wives. Hey, love, we're leaving. We're going around Japan for a couple 3 weeks, and and then we start to pack everything. We start with the bicycle. He has his bicycle. I got my bicycle. Put everything in the car, and he brings so much stuff. The amount of stuff
I wish we could show you the
took.
picture.
Oh my god, guys, it was.
Yeah, I really, I mean, when I have space, I like to have all my things together. I like to bring as much as I can so that I feel comfortable when I was around. And in the end, it was quite funny because I had everything you had. And a lot of the time, we were lucky that I brought so much stuff because it saved you a couple of times, right?
Yeah, I was the one who forgot stuff. We bring everything, so you kind of balance all the
things
stuff we
out.
need. Yeah, and our first trip was interesting. So we went to Kitakyushu, and he actually before was living in Kitakyushu before, so
Yeah.
he know a lot about Kitakyushu and Kokura. It was the first time, and it was great because we just went there and we take the bicycle off, check in, and and so people ask what you doing here. Yeah, we're Uber drivers. We go around Japan and we're doing Uber Eats, and it was great. It was great.
Yeah.
How was Kokura, by the way? How was Kitakyushu?
Well, it was crap. Do you remember why?
Why was crap?
Well, because I just couldn't work.
Yes.
I just couldn't work. I
yeah.
couldn't make it. It was just bad, unfortunately, because the how do you say that? Well, what happened is simply as that. I was supposed to first drive using a scooter, and then we had to switch back to bicycle, and I just I had to contact the partner center of Uber Eats, and they told me that I had to wait a couple of days. So we were just a little bit too much. I don't know how to say. I just had no option. I had to wait, and I had to stay home, and I got super upset for a while. And he went to do some deliveries when I was just basically home, not doing much in the end.
I really felt sorry for him because he really wanted to start the trip because the all income we had they actually is do Uber Eats. That's the idea, to make money and traveling for free. So that was a big idea, but unfortunately for him, we couldn't do anything. And I tried my first day in Kokura. I just went online. It was good, but we understood that there is no promotion, there is no boost. I don't know if you know Uber Eats quite well, but there is the cloud that you can get the boost and get more money. In Kokura there was nothing, and I understood that when you travel around Japan, you got no, you unfortunately it's no, you don't got to have it. Also the promotion, you don't have any promotion when you go around, but again it's part of the game. And for me, I was able to make around 500 600 for trip in Kokura and get so many tips. People really was really friendly. I also talk about in my video I done last month about traveling in Japan. In Kokura was people was really friendly, and I made so many good tips. But city was cute, cute. It was small city, and we went to the castle, Kokura Castle, to spend some time there, some
Yeah,
time, some good
yeah,
time.
yeah, to chill and everything. And it was good. It was good. In the end, I was a bit disappointed on not being able to do Uber, but you know, the goal was to travel at the same time, so I was able to enjoy a little bit more of the city side of the place, and yeah, have a good time. Like you said, I went to the castle. I went because I used to live there before. I also had like the enjoyment to just go in some shops around there, and eventually have some, how do you call that, nostalgia coming back, and enjoying, relaxing, and getting back to that. So yeah, it was good. It was really good. By the way, guys, I'm looking down at some point. It's not that I'm just trying to share the link on my channel, because I would like some people from my channel to be able to join this live stream. So it's not that I don't care about what's happening on the screen. It's just that I'm a little bit mixed up with that. So what I'm going to do is, I think you can explain our terrible experience in Hiroshima, right? It was really bad. So I'll leave you guys with that, and I'm just gonna try to fix this thing in between.
Can you get some ice for me too?
Yes.
I
I put
like ice.
ice, but maybe not enough.
Yeah, so guys, again, we went to Kokura, and I started to work for a couple of days, started to make some money, and the money was enough actually to pay my hotel. So I pay my hotel, and then we decided to move to Hiroshima because Kokura was very small. There was nothing to do around, and we went by car. It took us, I think, 6 hours, 8 hours to go to Hiroshima. It was a beautiful trip. You know, it was driving was chill. It was nice. But once we got to Hiroshima, it was quite challenge. I don't know if you are from Hiroshima right now or if you went there, but do you base Hiroshima? It's not really.
Oh, sorry.
It's not really good. It's not really good at all. Well, because there was actually one more company called Wolt. I don't know if you know her about Wolt. It's very similar. It's a North European delivery company, and they start also in Hiroshima. Hiroshima was the first city in Japan where they start. So it was quite challenging. They were not cheap at all. We barely make no money, and I was making 400 yen per hour, and he was making 500 yen per hour. But it was really struggle. And also Hiroshima was quite weird because it was all the restaurant was in the middle, and then outside were the customers. So you have to come back all the time to the restaurant to pick up the food and bring to the customers outside Hiroshima. So Hiroshima was quite challenging to do Uber Eats, but it was fun to go around. You know, with your bicycle, you go to the dome around, and you can see and you can feel like a tourist on the bicycle. So it was quite great. But he fell down. Tino fell down from the bicycle. Someone just come in his way, and I don't know. To avoid this guy, he just break the bicycle. He just fall down. He broke almost everything. I was a bit upset for him. I said, "Nah, I don't want to do your bits anymore. Do this trip. I was just to film around. I don't want to do that." It was fun. It was fun for me, but it was very bad for him. We decided to chill for some night after the Uber Eats, and we decided to stay only 2 days. It was not really worth it to stay more. So we decided to take everything back in the car and go to the next destination, which actually was Kyoto. Again, after Kyoto was so beautiful in Kyoto. It was also my birthday, and say, you know what? We don't want to work today in Kyoto, so we avoid to do Uber Eats in Kyoto because it was a beautiful day. It was finally a chill day, because anyway, when you're doing very short trips and you do Uber Eats, you need to figure out that you need to work to pay the hotel and the food. So you might be struggle if you're doing short trip. So it's just to you if you want to do really this kind of experience. I suggest you to maybe long trip and to work 3-4 days with Uber Eats and 2-3 days enjoy the city or the place where you are, because we were doing like a 1 or 2 days in every city. So it was quite struggle all the time to take the bicycle and start to do Uber Eats. So in Kyoto, that's why we decided not to do it, and it was an amazing day. We chilled. And for the first time, I have to share with him a love hotel, a love hotel room, because it was cheap actually, guys. If you really travel around Japan with your partner, with your friends, and you have a car, we found the love hotel are the best option actually. The parking is always included most of the time, and they're super cheap, like a really cheap. We found love hotel for 3-5 thousand per night. Yeah, we're true men, of course we are friends, but it's fine in the end. And if you go to hotel in Hiroshima, was really weird because hotel was really old, it was really smelly, smoke smelly, so it was not really good. It was expensive, but love hotel in Japan are quite good actually. It was really cheap. And so after Kyoto we decided to go around the city and to go more in more cities, so it was quite great. And then one more experience as well. We done some drone flight, because Tino is actually he's an expert of exploration. Expert, expert. You start to laugh. For me, it's expert. I don't know anything about exploration, but
I'm not a freaking expert in anything. Maybe diving, scuba diving.
Come on, say that.
Hi guys.
Expert in his mind. Okay, expert on my way to see him. Because
I'm back. I'm back, guys. I was just trying to share the fact that we're doing a live stream to some. So I was on Facebook and Instagram. It's just to get more people to take a part of our live and everything. Well, I don't know if I can consider myself as an expert. I enjoy exploring, and I would say that's. And I've been watching a fair few people doing it before, and I would say maybe I learned from them, and that's maybe my level of expertise.
When nobody starts with an expert, I think you need to step by step to become an expert. So, but I was again, we were this. My experience was like we go to this abandoned place, and I don't know anything about it. So, oh my god, it's just an abandoned place. But the way
I left the fridge open.
The way he explained it, the way he go around, it's like, oh wow, this guy, he know everything about his place. It was just super cool, super cool. And there was actually one more adventure that from Kitakyushu, we went to Hiroshima. There was in the middle, there was this exploration he wanted to do in abandoned love hotel, but we went around and there was nothing around. Like really, he wanted to have some coffee. And we start for 3 hours driving and we found nothing around. There were freaking coffee.
It was just funny to look at him getting pissed off because he needed to go to the toilet. In Japan, just stopping on the side of the road to take a piss is nothing that you can do it, but it's not really, it's not something that they do often in Japan. And he wanted a coffee so bad. And well, we were lost in the middle of nowhere, really.
It was nice driving though, but there was nothing around. It's like, oh my god, where's 7-Eleven? Where's 7-Eleven? It was just driving. It was crazy.
Finally, the sight scene was just amazing though. Yeah. Like once you get out a little bit of the cities, I don't know, my first experience when I came to Japan was really limited. I thought, I had this picture of Japan. I was like, oh, Japan is about, like the crazy manga, electronic. I had this image. So for me, everything was pretty much related to the cities. But the whole truth about it was that in the end, to me, I enjoy the nature a lot.
The sightseeing was
amazing. Yeah, like nature in general in Japan is amazing. It's just a bit too many cities. But once you get out of them, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. By the way, if you guys know and don't know him yet, there's a guy who's doing. He has a channel. We might end up doing eventually a hike one day with him. He's filming all the beautiful sceneries around Japan. It's like his name is, I think it's Kyushu Travel.
Okay, Warbat and
Yeah, he's this guy is just filming about nature around Japan, so it's a cool place to stop by and watch if you guys are interested about the natural side. I'm not saying that I'm never gonna make anything about the nature in Japan, and you might end up doing something, but if you want something that's purely related to nature, he's the guy. I would say about
That's nice.
Japan.
Yes, this guy. We should go out to this guy and do some nice live stream, maybe. Some nice.
We
video.
should
Yeah.
give it a try. Yeah, we should, but it's about to happen. I'm in touch with him, so it's about to happen eventually sometimes. All right, let's keep going about the trip. So you were talking about Kyoto.
We went to Kyoto, and in Kyoto we decided to do no Uber because it was just super fun. It was my birthday, and we decided to enjoy the day.
Yeah. Now the truth is, it's not like we decided not to. I got pissed off. You can tell them. You don't have to hide that. I was really pissed off. When we got to this in Hiroshima, actually, for those who just arrived in between, Kokura I couldn't do. So then I got in Hiroshima, and Hiroshima was. Some of them might not even know where all these cities are. It must be like a bit upsetting, but feel free to just go on Google and check by yourself. Now getting back to that, so Hiroshima was for me the time to get back on the bicycle because I was doing Uber for a long time by scooter, and I've gained a little bit since I'm in Japan. So yeah, it was not an easy task to get back on my bicycle, and at the same time, because they don't have that many restaurants who are affiliated with Uber Eats, I had to do like amazing, crazy distance. Like I remember even him, I was telling him, man, my last delivery was like 5 kilometers away. And he was like, man, you're just joking and stuff. And I was like, look, man. And then the thing is, because you go out all the way towards out of the city, and then you have to come back to the city. So in the end, it's a back and forth. It's 10 kilometers. I worked, I think, 4 or 5 hours. I forgot how many hours we worked. I did 5 deliveries, but each of them were like nearly 4 or 5 kilometers. I think I did I remember I calculated. I told you, I said 30 kilometers or 40 kilometers in that. And me, I was like, no, this is just too much. This is crazy. I can't.
It was first time for him with the bicycle because he used scooter all the time. So for him, use a bicycle, do 5K. It's like, man, that is a nightmare. I don't want to do anymore. I was so upset. No, I don't want to do Uber anymore. I'm tired. I want to travel. I want to filming. That's it. I said, no, man, we need money because we need to pay the hotel. We need to pay everything, So, but Kyoto, he was pissed off. It was my birthday, so you know what? I was pissed off too. So let's enjoy the day, okay?
Yeah.
And it was good. It was good to relax. Actually, it was good to chill and don't do Uber.
It was good. It was good. Yeah.
Then what's happened next after Kyoto? Actually,
you told them that we went to a hotel at that time.
Yeah, the first exploration we done, right, with you.
But the price, did you tell them that we didn't film? We didn't say anything. That was
I said the price was cheap. 5,000 or 3,000.
We paid $50 for 2 nights in an amazing room. Like we had the hot tub with the jacuzzi. What else? It was crazy. We had lots of things in there, like the massage chair. We watched movies.
Which movie? James Bond.
No, we watched Joker. The Joker. Yeah.
Yes, the one in Kyoto. Perfect.
Yes, I'm talking about the one in Tokyo. Compared to this crap hotel we had in Hiroshima, I mean, like it was just in Hiroshima we paid $60 for one night, and it was just bad. Like the hotel in itself was really bad.
There was also the onsen as well in the hotel, but we couldn't use it because for the coronavirus, I think.
Where?
For the hotel in Hiroshima was closed. It was
no, we were able to use it. We went, but there was like some limitations with the time. We weren't able to go whenever we want. By the way, that makes me remember that I filmed in the onsen there. I need to do that. I need to post that video.
Yes, film that.
I remember because I told him, I said I want to film, so I went, and then I said, I'm a YouTuber. I played the YouTuber card, and I was like, yeah, guys, is it okay if I I filmed inside the onsen before you open, right? There will be no one and stuff. And she's like, oh, no camera. And then she didn't even take much long to get back to me and just say that it was basically not possible. And I was disappointed, but that's the problem with me. You don't give me a no. If I really have something in mind, I end up doing it anyway. So I waited until there wasn't anybody in the onsen, and I sneaked in. So I'm not filming myself half naked, but naked, of course. I was just sneaking the camera just to show you the inside of an onsen for those of you who might not know what an onsen is like. I think it's always a cool thing to show, and yeah.
It was nice actually. It was quite courage.
It was nice. What was impressive? Surprising. Yeah, surprising. Remember, people could see us.
Yeah.
That was really weird. In Japan, like, privacy is a pretty big thing, right?
We were on the top of onsen. It was all glass, and we were naked. And
yeah,
there was just building in front of the onsen.
Yeah, with people smoking their cigarettes.
We might wave.
Hey! Me, I really don't care. You know, I'm not shy. Like, I can be butt naked anywhere. I'm pretty much okay. But still, I was looking at Fabio. I was like, geez, look, there's a guy smoking a cigarette the building in front of us. And they could see us because it was like a huge window. It was beautiful, actually, because
it was the view of the, That was really same attitude of the apartment. It was just super weird. Actually.
I was wondering about, well, men in general, I would say, are pretty okay. We're used to that. I mean, me in the army, I had to be with a bunch of people taking showers and stuff. So it's like between men, it's already a thing. And some people might be shy in front of other women. But anyway, I'm getting a bit carried away. I was thinking about the other side because, of course, in Japan, you always have two sides, right? You have the side for women and
for men, yeah.
For men. So I was like, if that's the same in the other side, then I wish I had an apartment on the other side.
No, I thought you were talking about
side.
I was wondering about this girl, so I'm sorry for them. They're going to have,
No. I'm going straight to the. Of course, no. But I mean, I'm saying out loud what everybody were thinking from the start, right? When you hear that, I mean, like, we're all curious, right? We're all curious. It's a fact. We're human. But anyway, let's keep going with our travel.
That was Hiroshima. After Hiroshima.
So then, I was getting pissed off. We were at that point. I was super upset, really upset. What happened? So far, we couldn't make enough money. My budget was just because I was expecting us. Nice haircut, Fabio, and easy. Hey, finally, man, you're live streaming.
Now, do you want an internet card? Did you first move here? Which would be the first time?
Feel free, guys, if you want to ask us questions.
Yes. Thank you, Nisi.
So what is the question?
So how'd you get the resident card?
The resident card?
Yes.
Well, you go to Bangkok? You go to Bangkok and you go, like, there's a street called the Khao San Road, and then you get everything for free there.
Cheap way. It's the cheap way. No.
I'll let you give her a proper answer.
No, I get the resident card because my wife is Japanese. So thanks to her, I get the resident card. It was quite simple with your spouse visa. And then, if you have a spouse visa, it's easy to work with Ubates. So they don't ask any questions. Spouse visa and working holiday and student visa are the easiest visa to get and to work with Ubates. So I don't know on which visa you have right now, but I hope you start Ubates at the moment because you asked me some few questions. Have you started to do Ubates?
It might take some time for her to answer.
Okay. Yeah. So as we talked about this live stream, we can travel around Japan with doing Ubates. So it was quite great. We went to Hiroshima to do Ubate, and then we went to Kyoto. So do you move to Japan? Found your wife for yourself, and then No, I started like I was living in Australia, and I met my wife in Australia. And after that, we decided to move here in Japan. So I got my spouse visa. And the reason why I started to work with Ubates because I want to learn Japanese. So I need that job quite flexible to give me some time and some money to go ahead with my life here in Japan. So Ubates is perfect because I can work as much I want and when I want. And meantime, I can study Japanese and I have money to support my studies. So that's why I start Ubate. But then I started to like it. So I almost end up to do 1 year. And then I met him. He also do Ubates as well. And he used the scooter. And we both like it. So that's how we end up to do Ubates.
Yeah. But the main reason also for me to do Uber Eats, if some of you might be interested, I mean, I said it before, it's the freedom it gives you, is to be able to just go work whenever you want, and yeah, have that sort of freedom, not having to worry about a boss. One day I was out, I felt a little bit, I had a stomach ache. And you know what? It's the beauty of Uber. You just go offline and come home, and that's it. And you can go to work a little bit later when you feel better. So that to me was a freedom that I wanted to keep going with. I
Yeah.
really liked it.
She was about the age. May I ask your age? Yeah, I'm over 30 and he's over 15, 16. How old are you?
I just turned 18.
Just turned 18. Yeah, so that's thank you for asking many questions. I'd love it to ask more questions if you want. And we with Tino we went to Hiroshima. After Hiroshima we went to Kyoto. After Kyoto where we went?
No, we were talking about the fact that I was pissed off because
it was
that was
pissed off
important.
Hiroshima. Yes.
I was really pissed off afterwards, and I told Fabio after basically the second day, the second place of our trip. I told Fabio, I said, man, I don't want to do Uber anymore because we're not making enough money. Reason of that being because you mentioned Kyoto, but did you mention Osaka? We worked in Osaka for a bit, and Osaka was a bit better than Hiroshima, but my God, it was bad still. And I felt like I told you, I said, man, we're around, we're lucky to be around. Maybe we should just put Uber on the side, do less of Uber, and then go with the joy of traveling.
Because after Hiroshima, we went to Osaka. Again, after Osaka, we started to do Uber Eats. We just go online and went to do Uber Eats around. We met some people, some nice French guy who told us, I make so much money here in Osaka. Incredible. I make 250, 300,000 yen per month, maybe.
It's possible.
Was making really good money.
$3 grand for those of you who don't know the
$3,000. $3,000 per month.
$3,000 a month.
And Osaka was quite good for him, so we decided to give a go. And Osaka was quite well.
Was better than Hiroshima, but still, to me, it was. I mean, compared to Fukuoka, in Fukuoka, it was a lot better. I mean, in Hiroshima, in your video, you mentioned it 500 yen an hour. That was just disgusting. It's less than $5 in Japan. You don't leave anything with that. Okay. The only beauty in Hiroshima is that when I had to drive, I passed by museums and like monuments. That was quite nice. That was really nice. Now Osaka was a bit better, but still it wasn't as good. And that's when I told you, I said, man, maybe we should, because we were getting a little bit upset about the money side of it. Hey Jay,
thank you, Jay.
What's up? Cool to see you. So yeah, at that point I was like, pretty much, do you think it's worth keeping going? And
you got to the point then we were doing Uber Eats, but we were doing so much work and less filming, because the reason why we left Fukuoka was also to film around Japan. It was to film around Japan, it was to make money and work and travel for free, but they didn't work so well. Actually, we made money due to the trip. We're saving so much money by the Uber Eats, but again, we were too much in a rush to the Uber Eats and filming. So we decided to be chill a bit, isn't it? To kind of, let's do a bit more filming.
I think I also got spoiled a little bit, and I'm gonna explain it in the best way that I can and in a quick way. Is that the weekend before we left for that trip, I worked 22 hours and I made $500. It's really good. It's like on average I made 2,200 yen an hour, which is quite high for Uber in general. So I was like, great. And then after that, we started to do that travel, go from one city to another, and then things were just not as good. And then I was like, maybe we should just, like he said, privilege, exploring. We went to the all-you-can-eat KFC. We explored some abandoned places. We did like really cool things in the end. So but he was a lot more serious about it because he's the Uber guy when it comes to YouTube, especially when it comes to YouTube Japan. I mean, Uber Eats Japan, you're the Uber guy. When it comes to a video, it's amazing. Like that's how I met him. Basically, I started Uber and just I didn't understand any crap of how to start, how to do anything and everything, and I watched his video and I was ready to get on my bike and go.
Yeah, for answer an Nancy and Jay kind of question and statement, yeah, Uber is tough, but again, it's just because Allah is flexible. I have no boss. I hate boss to tell me what I have to do. That's why I'm keeping doing. I can work part-time or just few hours. And about Nitsi, you can come in Japan as long as you have a good visa. You can start Uber after 1 week. So that's why you don't need. That's why I also choose Uber because I don't need any investment. I don't need any interview. I need to do my application. Just go online, apply for the job, and that's it. So that's why for me it was easy to start. As I don't know any Japanese, so it's even better. So you can start Uber after 1 week if you have the right visa. But he do Uber by scooter. Okay, and he's just smashing. He's making really good money with the scooter because he's faster than me. So
I wouldn't say that. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. But
really good money last week, man.
Yeah. Sometimes it's really good. Sometimes it's really good. It really depends.
So after we went to Osaka, we went to Tokyo, right?
No, Kyoto, then Tokyo. Yeah.
We went to Osaka. And after we went to Tokyo.
Yeah.
And after Tokyo, you guys, I don't know if you guys come from Tokyo right now. If you're doing Tokyo Uber Eats, tell me how is it. Please tell me what do you think about doing Uber Eats in Tokyo because when we arrived, he said, "No, man, I can't do that. There are too many people in the street."
No, but by bicycle. Yeah, me, I like to drive my scooter because first of all, I love two wheels, and then motorbikes in general. It's my thing. So when I didn't mention that, but when I did the bicycle thing in Hiroshima, my God, like people are just annoying as hell. Like they bumped out of. They come, in Japan you have all these izakayas, the restaurants, and people coming. They go to eat, they come out all of a sudden, and they don't give a crap of what's going on in the street. So I actually got into I didn't mention that. You said it. I got an accident or something. I broke my I had a stand for my camera that I was putting it on my bicycle, and then just a guy he just bumped it out of nowhere, and then I had to stop, and then I fell from the bike and everything, and the guy was like, "Oh, daijoubu desu ka?" Which means that, "Are you okay?" And I was like, well, obviously you can see that my camera is on the floor, everything's broken. Like, yes, I'm alive, but my equipment is not alive at all. So I was quite upset. So yeah, get back to Tokyo. Sorry.
So I went to Tokyo. I said I want to do because in Tokyo it's really good money, I believe. Okay, so he said, "No, man, I don't want to Tokyo. It's too many people. It's too dangerous, and I want to stay in my hotel. I want to film around." So I went to do Uber Eats in Tokyo, and Tokyo, guys, it's impossible. I mean, it's okay, but the amount of people around the street is just too many. And Japan, like they have picked the umbrella when it is sunny, so all the time you have to kind of how to say, like
you have to drive.
You have to drive carefully like around, And very quick about the visa. If you're in Japan, if you have a visa like a working holiday visa or a student visa or spouse visa, it's really good to Uber Eats. Just I want to apply easy very quickly about the visa. And if you have a working visa, if you work for some company, you can't do Uber Eats because you promised to work for that company, so you can't find another job.
You can't.
You can't. Yeah, you can't.
It's in Japan. We have to say one thing is that Uber Eats is Okay, that's for some of you might not know that, but Uber Eats in most of countries, especially in Japan, I'm gonna talk about Japan. You're considered as a business owner, so you're working for Uber Eats, but legally you're a business owner. So the whole side behind it, yes, if you're working on a work visa for a company and stuff, some of them will not allow you to do a job on the side. But now, if let's say you were ending up doing it, like still working on the side, who is going to know? Who is going to be able to tell that you're doing it? That's the thing. Is it good? Do you want to take that risk? Is it worth it? That's the question afterwards, right?
Yeah. So
Jesus, Nizi, you have lots of questions, and they're not a little small questions.
she
It's
has
good.
so many great ideas about this. One way to make a track rent Airbnb as well as you put address. Yeah, about Airbnb. If you asked me this question already, if do you know if she? Because I heard that you need to have a really good address to do your baits. So she were thinking about if I get Airbnb house or room, can I put my Airbnb place? I think she can do that because this is a residence where she lives, right?
I didn't get it. What?
Like sorry, sumimasen. If she has Airbnb place
Yeah.
to live, if she live in Airbnb,
Yeah.
can she put the resident there and can she get to work with your baits?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I used to live in an Airbnb at first when I first came to Japan, and you can enter your address as you're in your Airbnb, so that's not a problem at all.
Yeah.
So let's get back now to this travel. So Tokyo.
So guys, Tokyo was expensive, man. It was really expensive.
No,
Tokyo,
what was funny is so Japan was just starting to reopen right after the coronavirus. Each place we were going to, we were allowed to go to. Otherwise, we would have never. You're a guy.
Yes.
Okay. It looked like the picture of a girl, so that's why we expected. And easy sounds a little bit nothing personal, but sorry for that. So now getting back to that, all the places we went to were basically open to travel. We were allowed to go back there, and when we got in Tokyo. Well, the thing is, the hotel we slept in the middle of Shinjuku.
Yeah.
Shinjuku, normally, guys, you don't find a hotel for that price.
They charge maybe $100 per month.
It's $100 per night.
But we pay
minimum.
How much we pay? We pay.
I think $160 for 5 days, 4 days.
We pay $160 for 5 days.
Yeah, it was nothing. It was ridiculously cheap.
It was also parking included as well.
The
parking included. It was just, near the city, it was nothing. It was really
good. Shinjuku, it's for those who know eventually Tokyo, it's the middle of the city.
Yeah,
it's there.
Yeah.
It's like shaking.
Earthquake.
No, it's not an earthquake. It's not an earthquake.
How much? In Tokyo, if you work in Tokyo, I made around 1,200 per hour with my bicycle. But again, it's without because if you go around Japan, you have no promotion, you have no boost. Because why? The reason why? Because when you register in the city where you live in Tokyo, then you get the promotion, the boost. But if you go around Japan, you have no promotion. So my average was around 1,200 per hour in Tokyo, which was okay to pay my hotel, to pay my expenses. It was good.
I would say let's go to one little conclusion in between with the whole Uber thing. Is that if you want to do Uber traveling around, it's a good thing, but keep in mind that you have to have the visa to do so. So you have to have a proper visa to be allowed to work in Japan. Otherwise, Uber is not even going to let you work. Me personally, what happened is in a morning, I woke up and my account was deactivated. And I was like, what the hell is going on? And it told me that I worked way too much the week before, over 28 hours. 28 hours is the amount of time that you're allowed to work max per week when you're on a student visa and some other sorts of visa. And I was like, what the hell? I'm on a spouse visa, so I'm unlimited in Japan. I can work as much as I want. And I got in touch with them, and they have like some sort of automatic, or it's all automatic. Like they will eventually remove your thing if they think that you're cheating or something. So if some of you think, okay, well, I will go to Japan and try to just register and start working, well, you might be able to do that if you've ever been living in Japan legally before. Yes, but again, it's illegal, so I do not encourage that. But you will have at some point to have at least a student visa or something in order to do it. What I would say about all of that is, now it's a very good thing to know. When I first came in Japan, I came on a student visa. I wanted to study Japanese pretty badly. And the problem, one of my main issue, was to earn money, because in Japan, unless you speak at least a little bit of Japanese, most of places won't hire you. So when I first got here, I had two main issues. Was that the language? Of course, you don't speak any Japanese. Now I speak a little bit better, so I could eventually work for someone, but still. And the second issue I had was that my school was in the afternoon. I wanted to teach English, and most of the after-school programs, school and stuff, they hire people for afternoon shifts. I wasn't able to work. So in the end, I came to Japan hoping that I was going to make some money working and everything, and it didn't work. Why? Because I had no option. If I had Uber at that time, we talk about 4 years back then, if I had Uber at that time, I would have enjoyed a lot more, because I would have been able to even, cover for my rent, cover for a lot of things.
Yeah.
So Uber is great for that.
Yeah. Anyway, ciao Stefano. Hi Stefano from Sydney. Yes, because rent here in Japan, it's not expensive, but depends on the city. In Fukuoka, we pay around $800 per month, and if you work in a restaurant in a Baito, you get 100 yen per hour, which is nothing, guys. Like a really 800 yen per hour is not really enough to pay the rent and the food if you work part-time. Do Uber Eats, we make around 1,200, 1,400. We work as much we want, or anytime we want. So it was great for us to do it, so we can have kind of lifestyle to study and do Uber Eats. That's quite great. So you work in a Baito before, in a, let's say, in a restaurant?
I worked in a restaurant, but the thing is, I hated it. I stopped after 4 months because we were running the whole time. For those of you who don't know, I'm from Switzerland, and for me, I mean, our salaries in Switzerland are, I would get $30 an hour, 35 bucks an hour. Here I was down to $9 an hour, and I was running the whole time. And in all honesty, I know some of you might be like, oh Jesus, I would do it for $9. Well, when you're used to a certain amount, you can go in another country and expect the same amount. But when you know that at that time you could teach English and at least make double or even triple what you're doing, it was really, I was just torn in different.
I think working at Izakaya, which is a restaurant, if you guys don't know, it's very good for learning Japanese, because you got to speak with client all the time, but money wise is not really good at all. Like
Izakaya, good to learn Japanese.
It's you can make 100 yen, 90 yen per hour, but
no. 1,000.
1,000 where?
Oh, you said 100 yen an hour.
Yeah, 100 yen.
So 1,000, 10 bucks, $9 an hour.
Let's come back about Uber Eats.
I wanted to just finish about the whole thing. So first of all, visa. You guys need to have a visa to be able to do a trip like we did, going around working in different places. Now, if you're doing it on purpose of paying your hotel and everything, well, keep in mind that hotels are quite expensive, and you might not make as much money as you want. So the whole Uber Eats experience, do it as an experience. Enjoy discovering. You're going to discover an amazing city. It's going to take you to places without asking you where you want to go, right? They force you. They tell you, you have to go pick up here and here and here. So you will discover some new restaurants, some new amazing places without having to search for it.
And the people, you guys can understand the people from Tokyo, Osaka, Kyoto, Hiroshima, and Kokura was totally different. Like I met the sweetest people in Kokura, in Kitakyushu. It was really sweet people, very cool people. I got so many tips. Hiroshima, guys, if you're from Hiroshima, I'm so sorry, because we had a really bad experience with Japanese in Hiroshima, unfortunately. Osaka.
What I would say, by the way, in Hiroshima, that's the side I like. It's funny to see how much people don't respect the rules
Yeah.
in Hiroshima. That was a very like here. Here you go to a red light, everybody waits, they stand, they wait until the red light goes. Sometimes people might eventually go across the red light, but most of the time they respect the rules. In Hiroshima, my God, like everybody was like, why do they even put red lights? So it's just a little parenthesis to what you were saying.
For answer about Nizia question, I was thinking of 1300 USD because I spent 350 for Airbnb, 500 for the plane ticket, fly over. How much money you need to come here in Japan? Depend because might ask you how much money you have.
Depends on how you like to live. as
Yeah,
well.
you might need, I think, at least if you want to be comfortable, be $5,000 before to come here in Japan. Between flight ticket, stay.
What do you mean?
Because even if you want to rent, you have to do it for 1 month, and you have to get the flight ticket here.
But it depends on, like I said, it depends on what you want to do. If you come for a holiday,
No,
5,000
to
might
move-
be a
to
good
move-
thing
to
for a
move
month.
here,
I would say.
to move here in Japan. I think
I think you can go a lot cheaper than that, but
Uh,
I'm very cheap when it comes to travel.
2,000-3,000 US dollar to move here in Japan. You think is enough?
Well, yeah, flight tickets. Well, apart from the flight ticket, I can talk about what it is when you come here. But I would say, yeah, you can expect to rent your place between $300-400 a month. But again, that will be out of the city, and you might be far away from everything. So do not count too much on
Yeah.
$300-400 a month.
You need count
Because
transportation as well.
You're yeah. After that, you have to include the transportation. More likely, your job is going to be in a well. It doesn't. If you teach English, for example, no, you could be teaching in a school nearby where you live. But I would say on average, count more like $600 a month for your rent.
The thing's also because if you're working as an English teacher, you get the salary after 1 month. So if you Bates, you get the salary after 1 week, or even straight away if you get cash. So it's quite good if you do Uber. Anyway.
Yeah. Actually, Uber, you know what? I was just thinking about it. It's good for those people who have like some special relations between countries. I think Italy has it. No, what you can get the working permits if you apply for it.
Working holiday or
Working holiday visa.
Italian, French people get working.
French people, I know they can. I know Germans as well. Switzerland, unfortunately, we can't. Otherwise, I would have enjoyed it at the start. The good thing with that is you don't have to do. You can come to Japan. You just have to give them a proof that that you have enough money to last for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
And then Uber Eats in this case is just amazing. But that's exactly, you talked about the French guy. That's what he was doing.
Yeah.
He was on a.
He was in Korea. Yeah, he
visa.
was in Korea. He's French guy. You have girlfriend Korea, I think. And then he came to
Yeah.
Japan. He will spend 1 or 2 years in Japan, make as much money he can, and then he lived to come back to France. Right? It was his idea.
Yeah.
And he was
Well,
just
which was surprising. He was trying to make a lot of money here, which I would not expect making
but-
savings here, but I don't know.
Well, you have a working holiday visa, so he was making 12 months. I think working holiday is like 12 months. Stay in Japan, and you can work as much hours you want.
Yeah.
So that's what he was doing.
Yeah.
By the way, after Tokyo, we went to.
Yeah, let's get back on our
Yes,
trip.
after our trip. So after Tokyo, where we went?
Well, we can mention more about Tokyo, guys. We went to this amazing like all you can eat KFC.
Yes.
That was good. That was interesting. 20, how much was it?
25 bucks.
$25. Yeah.
So if you like KFC,
All you can eat KFC. that was funny because Mr. Forgot to take his thumbnail. So at the end, he was like, "Oh man, I'm full, but I need to take a thumbnail with lots of food on the table." And the thing is, in Japan, if you if you take the food, you have lots. Japan is the all-you-can-eat country. So lots of places they call that tabehodai. So you can take a plan, like lots of restaurants organize them and everything. So in that KFC, the problem is there's always like somewhat of under rule. They're not going to tell you exactly that when you get in. But if you take the food on your table, you're supposed to eat it. okay, if you leave a little bit of salad, they're not gonna, right? But if you don't eat it, they might charge you eventually for it. So he wanted to take his thumbnail, so he just put back all food, and then after that he had to eat it all. Otherwise, well, he was scared of having to pay for
I
it.
was super full. It was just too much. It was really too much. We come back with maybe 5 kilo more on our stomach. It was
Yeah.
was just
No, but
amazing.
that was a great experience. To I mean, I like all you can eat because it's always the pleasure. You go, you know that you're going to be full. Usually, you're overly full. But KFC, I mean, I love fried chicken. I was in the Philippines before. It's like the thing in the Philippines. So yeah, it was really good, really good.
So Nitsi say, I was saying that with the remaining amount of money that you have left, you can rent a bike, buy the bag, and after you have completed training, of course, you can start delivery. You write because I'm confident I was making enough money to rent next month. So the things with Uber Eats is that I can't guarantee you get the job. Again, if you have the right visa and you have everything okay, should be no problem. And once they approve you, you can start straight away. You just need the bag, you just start the delivery. Even if you get cash, get straight away, you get paid the same day. So again, you can start to make money straight away. But I can't guarantee you they accept you 100% because there are many regulations here in Japan, and I know the strongest visa here in Japan is the spouse visa, the strongest one, and the working holiday visa.
Pretty much, if she has a, I mean, sorry, if you have, because now it's a guy, sorry,
Yes.
if you have the visa that allows you to work, you're gonna be able to work for Uber. I'm pretty sure for that. We
Yeah,
can't
depend on the
talk for
visa.
them. We can't
Yeah.
talk on their behalf, but yeah, that's the way it is. By the way, guys, we didn't mention, but keep putting a like if you're
Please.
there, you haven't yet. Leave just a like. It's always
It's my first live, so
it's-
please be gentle, okay?
we're trying to entertain. You know what's funny, guys? Here it tells us if we get likes, but it doesn't tell us if we get
Yeah.
dislikes. So already by now we might have like 10 dislikes. So
You want to try?
I just don't know. So,
Yeah, okay.
but
Let's
at
be
least
positive.
we
come
have
on.
5 people watching us at the moment. It's awesome to have you guys
Thank you guys. Stay with
taking
us.
part of this live. Something we can also mention, like, I think it's not going to hurt. Fabio is trying to work towards getting his channel monetized. Right?
Yes.
And well, there is a thing behind that, is that he has to gather about 4,000 hours of watch time.
Piece of cake. Yeah.
It's definitely not.
It's really
I
hard.
got there 2-3 months ago, but it took me a fair few videos.
times,
It's
yeah.
not easy at all. You have to do that within a year and everything. So yeah, we were thinking like doing a live might be a good thing to keep you guys in touch with us, and at the same time for him to eventually reach his goal to
Please,
get
guys.
more watch time and
Get
watch
much
more
time.
hours of all of that. So
Let's keep going with the trip. So
yes.
let's jump to
do
next
that.
destination. So
Yes.
we went to Japan, if you knew, and we went to Tokyo with Uber Eats, and then after that we decided to go to
Where did we go?
Fukushima.
Oh, Fukushima. My God. I
We
forgot
went to
about that.
went to
Yeah.
Fukushima after
Went
Tokyo,
to
guys.
Fukushima.
So Fukushima was an experience.
It was
Fukushima
very
was
interesting.
really interesting.
I really liked it in a way. No, because some people might call it the dark tourism, right? You go to a place that had like a natural disaster, and some people are against it. We filmed there. I filmed. Did you film? I forgot. You filmed a little bit.
Yeah.
So there might be some videos coming out soon about that. Me at the moment, I'm still juggling and everything. I'm juggling between jobs and stuff. I haven't been uploading new videos, actual new videos where I worked on. He's a little bit more onto it than me at the moment, because I went through some little changes in my life.
Of course, yeah.
But it's going to come at some point. Fukushima. Yeah, Fukushima was for an explorer. Personally, I'm an explorer. I love abandoned. I love looking at a place and trying to imagine how things were before at that precise spot. And yeah, I think like Fukushima, there was this feeling, this deep feeling that people had to leave from one day to like they've been told to leave at some point, and they had to. And everywhere we went, even though it's now they're reconstructing things slowly, step by step, there was this deep feeling that people, like, it's like you're at home right now, okay, you're behind your computer watching us, and imagine you're being told to leave, but all you can take with you is like the bare minimum. And that's exactly what happened in Fukushima. And you can feel it. Looking at these places, you can feel that atmosphere.
If you guys go to Japan, I think you should go to Fukushima. It's still safe, I think.
It is safe.
So
I would not recommend people to go.
No, anyway,
it depends on what you're into.
Experience, yeah. I think it's to understand now it's situation. They start to build everything from zero. Like really, it was very interesting to go there, and we saw so many houses destroyed still. Or
like there was everything was abandoned. It was a whole town, a ghost town with people not there. The only people actually there were just builders, like people fixing and rebuilding the whole area. So that was it was really intense, really deep, really, I don't know, the feeling was really hard to express it properly. I'll try through my video to give you the best that I can in it, but it was really, really, really interesting.
But unfortunately we can't do Uber-Eats in Fukushima.
Unfortunately,
those not customers.
Unfortunately for them, I would say. But the thing is, remember I mentioned one thing we did not know at that time, but there was a documentary recently, a French documentary, because for those of you who might not know, I have a French accent. Yes, some of you might be like, "Yeah, man, you can't hide it." But anyway, and that documentary was about the fact that they after what happened in Fukushima, 2011. They started they had votations in all the cities near by the ocean, because most of these cities have been they have been exposed to at least three, I forgot how many they said, tsunami. And they had a votation in each villages close to the area, where basically it was whether they had basically, I think, three choices. I might say something wrong, but pretty much three choices. So one is they don't do anything. The second one is they can build a wall, but like we talk about a wall to stop tsunami. So it's like a 15 or 20 meter high wall to stop tsunami. And the third one is to destroy the entire village and to rebuild it up on the sides of the mountain. And some places have chosen to not go for anything. Some of them went for the wall, which in all honesty, I don't think I would have voted for anything like that, because it's horrible. Like some of them, like they were talking to this little this old woman, little grandma. She was explaining that every morning was her thing, waking up, looking at the ocean, and we were looking, and they show where she is living at that particular time, and basically all you see is a huge wall. So it's a bit sad. Like having the pleasure to enjoy the ocean is, I think, pretty important. And moving up, like moving all the houses and stuff, I don't even know how that could be possible, because the investment to it is, I mean, well, a wall, rebuilding everything, I don't know what costs that would imply and which one would be cheaper, but it was a cool fact to talk about it. I wanted to mention it now, which we did not film that. I heard about it afterwards. It would have been interesting to go and eventually do our own little documentary. I think that sort of things are part of the Japanese history, and they show how human can fight against natural disaster in a way or another.
It's very interesting how Japan actually react to the natural disaster thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
For reply quickly, Tunisia, very quickly. You talk about resident card here in Japan. So I don't really work for the immigration. I'm not immigration lawyer, but what I know about to get resident card, you need to have the right visa for it. So resident card is something big because it's your resident. So it's I just very quickly I just saw your message. I'm not sure this is the process. My process to get a resident card, like Tino, was to apply for the spouse visa, and I wait 3 weeks to get the visa. So I wait 3 weeks to get before I went to this tourist visa. After I apply for the spouse visa, which is give me the resident card, the Zankyo. I wait 3 weeks to get the visa for one.
The resident card is a visa in itself,
The resident card,
isn't it?
Yeah, it depends because the resident card is a visa to have for 1 year until you're a resident. So I get this visa for 1 year. Okay, but this is through my experience. I don't know if you come here as a tourist, then you need to apply a visa, and if you have to apply for
No, not good. Don't come in Japan hoping to get the resident card.
Yeah,
Trust me. No. Do it from your own country.
Yeah.
Okay, so any of you interested to come to Japan, do it from your own country if you want to stay longer than whatever you're allowed to stay. Why? Because I was in that case, and you need a certificate of eligibility. Anybody around the world who wants to stay need a certificate of eligibility. That includes your criminal record and all that things. Yeah. And the only place to get it is in your own country. So you might come here and then be like, oh my God, and have to go back to your country in order to get it. So
do more research about it.
Yeah. Like he said, we're not working for the immigration, so it's hard to give you like the right advice. All I can say is to give you a short thing is look in your country if you can get the working holiday
visa.
First thing, that would be great.
Exactly.
Second option, if you're an English native from the States or England or Australia or
Canada,
or you can more likely apply for some teaching program, ALT. Okay, so becoming a teacher, an English teacher from your own country. You said you're from the States, so you're more likely going to be able to apply for some sort of program like that. You need a university degree though, so if you don't have any, then trust me, if you don't have any uni degree, it's going to be a tough one for you to get a visa. Other than,
or else it becomes student visa. Just came here for study Japanese, and meantime you work and you find a way to stay here for a long time.
In which case you can pretty much add a fair few, like the schooling in Japan, you can count about $7,000 for a year of studying, learning Japanese, and that's out of any other expenses. It's just the school, the actual school, and then you will be granted a student visa, and then you will be able to work a little bit on the side.
28 hours a week. That's the maximum you can work student visa.
Yeah, that's what I went through. And then after that, I can say I got to a point where I didn't want to go to school anymore. I basically had to decide. At that time, I met already my actual wife, and we were facing a truth situation that was just maybe sort of unpleasant. It was like, we had to sort of get married in order for me to be able to live in Japan. Otherwise, I would have had to just go back.
Talk about marriage. Actually, the wedding here in Japan is very simple. Like I went to Australia before and many countries, and it's quite complicated to get the spouse visa. But here in Japan, man, it was quite simple, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
You don't need to get any church. You don't need to get any witness.
You need to find a woman. That's the hardest part. You need to find the right woman, the love, the connection. That's the hardest part. The rest is easy, I would say.
Yeah, that was easy. Yes.
Yeah. It's basically like going to the groceries at some point. What we talk about, I'm talking about the whole paper side of it. Getting married is a very short and simple process in Japan. Other than a whole, you have to still contact your country, let them know, and that's another side.
Still a process, for sure.
So
let's come back to our venture.
The trip. So we were talking about Fukushima. Yeah, Fukushima was great. We filmed there. It was the video. I can invite you if you guys don't know me. And my name is
please.
Tino Pezzenti. I have a channel too, and feel free to go Tino, Tino Pesenti. I have a video about the Love Hotel we stayed in Fukushima, which was it was the best Love Hotel I got the chance to stay in so far.
And actually, I think we have an experience there because negotiating in Japan.
What kind of experience?
Not in the Love Hotel, outside the Love Hotel, okay? Outside. Negotiate
We
here.
discovered
The negotiation, okay? We pay actually, we book online, okay? And we get this room. But this room was quite different. The room we want was like, there was not this beautiful spa outside. It was not so big. Actually, we asked to the lady who worked there, hey, please, can we have the bigger room, please? Can we have something? So I think
I just said what I told the woman is that we expected that kind of room because that's what we saw on the pictures.
But it was more expensive, that room.
Yeah,
It was more
exactly,
expensive,
exactly.
you know?
But we were expecting this one. You remember I told you, I said, hey, look at this amazing room. We looked at the picture and we were like, oh, Jesus. That's why we basically booked it. So we explained that to her.
Yeah, but that's because you explained. I think it's better to say.
Yeah, of course. You have to talk and get out of your way to yeah, completely.
Well, it's a bit of negotiation, I think, in the end.
It was kind of, yeah, it was kind of.
So it was a good place. It was 5,000.
He charmed her.
5,000.
It was like, hey, ciao.
Ciao, bella.
Ciao, bella.
Ciao, bella.
No, we just, and she was really nice in the end.
The Love Hotel was great. We had the onsen, we have the sauna inside. It was just amazing. The karaoke, and we paid 5,000 yen. It was
and that
really
was for
cool.
my birthday.
It was
because him and I, we have like very close birthdays. Like we're both Geminis, so Geminis, two sides of the picture.
Yeah, we celebrated our birthday in the Love Hotel. Like, okay,
yeah. It was quite interesting to celebrate a birthday in a Love Hotel. But in the end, we had some drinks. We had an awesome time. We had karaoke, which was great. I filmed a little bit too much. He was getting upset because I was all the time filming around back and
It was
forth.
6 p.m. I was tired. I drove for 12 hours. And man, I want to sleep. I want to relax. No, I need to film here. I need to film. Wait. The
I had
lights.
some problem with the batteries and stuff. Like, I was like, man, just wait. And then once I fixed the problem with the batteries, then it was the microphone. And then I never had like I think I filmed for almost 2.5 hours in that thing to have the video that I have on my channel. So
please, guys, go to check his
just
channel.
go and check that out because
this piece of work was beautiful. It was nice.
No, but the stay was. Do you have a Discord?
What's a Discord?
Discord, I mean, like some sort of fights. That's what it means.
No. Wait.
Discord.
To who? To her? To
Let
between
me
us?
check. No, you mean between us? If we had some sort of fight, like of course, if you put two men. No, the thing is, what was quite amazing is that we just met, right? We met each other
and Starbucks.
In Starbucks.
Well, actually, with YouTube, actually.
Yeah, with YouTube, but we met like because I'm very willing to chat with you right now. I
borrowed this over
it and tell you everything. I see. So Discord is probably another Zoom, like another program.
Probably. Maybe we can talk privately after the live. So
get in touch with him or with me or whoever, and
talk about before we met in YouTube. Actually, he contacted me through my video, and we went to Starbucks and together, and then we started to travel together. Now we are almost best friends here in Japan. It
went very quickly. Yeah,
it was very quickly. Yes.
And we were always saying that in the end, it's amazing because what are the odds? You put two people in the same situation. We were together for 3 weeks. We barely known each other, and things went very well. Of course, like tension happens sometimes, misunderstandings, but nothing crazy. We did not we did not have any blow up or
In the
anything
beginning, it was
like
hard,
that.
isn't it? The beginning was a bit of
Yeah, well, because-
miscommunication, a bit of because anyway, when you work in Japan, I think you have a bit of I don't know, but you have a bit of rush all the time. Go to work, rush, work, rush, work. So after we went outside Fukuoka, we still have this feeling, and we couldn't relax much. I
Yeah,
think
you needed to get to relax a little bit, and I needed too. That's the main reason of that trip. That we wanted to get out of all of that, because personally, me every 2-3 weeks. Well, now it's even less, but I need to get out of the city, and but it's not everybody. Some people are fine living in big cities and stuff. I get it's more like a thing that happens for some people, but me, I just I need, and my only way to escape here is camping. So I go camping. If you guys are interested about camping, I might eventually talk about it at some point in the future.
Yeah.
Because camping in Japan also has its own beauty. I would say it's something quite amazing, but I don't want to say too much. I will do eventually something about it.
So I will thank you to Discord. Yes, right now again we have people as well following us, so maybe after the live chat I'm really happy to talk to you about Discord. I don't know what is yet, so I'm going to keep in touch with you, because now we are kind of
in the middle of something.
In the middle of something. So we want to also give you more information about Uber Eats, because we travel. If you're in Japan, if you want to travel to Japan, I think Uber Eats is still great. Still a great experience to do that, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a cool thing to do, to travel, but like I was saying before, do not expect to cover all your expenses. We left with big hopes, high hopes, thinking that we're going to basically pay our trip mostly with Uber, and it did not happen. I would say maybe eventually if you travel for 3 months and you stay a week in each cities, maybe, because it gives you time to look over the weather. Uber is better when it's raining, and maybe on rainy days you might not want to do anything else than working, and you want to enjoy sunny days to go in and explore.
To explore the city,
so, I mean, on honestly, on rainy days, if you work at least like 7 or I would say 6-7 hours, you can expect $100 or something around that. Pretty much. And let's say you work 2-3 days in a week, that gives you $200-300, and then it's enough for the week. But again, you need to find like places to stay. You can't stay in hotels doing that. Japan is very expensive when it comes to hotels, so you have to have like some cheap ways to get around it. Nizi, we're really sorry, but we're not quite there. Like we can eventually talk to, like I said, later, but at the moment we're not. We're in the middle of a live stream, so thank you so much for being with us so far. But we can't.
We really appreciate it.
We can.
I want to actually. I'm curious about Discord. I want to actually to try after and keep in touch with you about this application you're talking about, but we just really want to experience share experience we had here in Japan by the Uber Eats. And also we want to explain after Fukushima where we went actually.
So after Fukushima we went to what was the name? To this Love Hotel. It was the trip of Love Hotels, and that's why it's funny. I've posted like a fair few videos of Love Hotels. Somebody on my channel commented and said, too many Love Hotels, please change. So, but well, I think it's a subject that I had to cover. I'm getting towards the end. I'm not gonna be able to post much more videos about Love Hotels, but that was the one with the classroom and the nursery.
The nursery, yes.
That was really interesting. Really, really interesting. Like the getting into this spot, and I was like, I really enjoyed filming it because, we need to just explain how it happened. We were in Fukushima and thinking of where to go after that, and Fabio was on his phone, and he's like, hey man, look, these rooms, and I was like, hey, yeah, I remember, because I saw it through I don't know, I forgot where it was, online, or I forgot, but and then what happened is, so he talks to me about it. I'm like, oh geez, I remember that. I remember that room. And then I was like, man, where is it? And he's like, yeah, well, it's there. It's at this spot. So maybe we should give it a try. Go to film there. And then we ended up going all the way there, and it was very interesting. So we made also 2 videos about it. We had like some sort of first we wanted to film only one room, and that was the classroom.
Classroom,
The
yes,
classroom,
yes, yes.
the one with the, the teacher kind of room. And the thing is, afterwards, when I got in that room, and I was like, man, I can't make a video and you a video of that particular room. I think it's going to be a bit irrelevant to make 2 videos. It was small. It was just a room with a theme that was quite amazing, but still making the same video. So that's why we decided. I said, okay, man, we have to, because we had to pay for it. We spent 4,000 yen, so
Yeah,
40
yeah.
bucks in order to just film. We didn't even stay in those rooms. And then basically I went in the nursing room, and he was filming in the classroom, and we decided to just yeah, do a little bit on each, so just talk, and that way people who would see one room from his aspect, his point of view, then they could just look at it.
It
on
was
my
very
side.
interesting, man. I think in our country has this kind of love hotel around the world. Like it was really really interesting, isn't it? About the love hotel here in Japan, how cool they are, the atmosphere they have. It was first time for me. It was to experience stuff like that. We just film around. We didn't stay longer, just to just to make this video about YouTube about this love hotel. And it was great. It was a really good experience. But it was pretty old, I think. And then
Yeah.
we decided to go down to come back home, because after Fukushima, we decided to kind of go down again to Fukuoka, and we passed by Nagano, near Nagano. Remember, we want to see the
Yeah, that
monkey in
beautiful.
Nagano.
We wanted to, but we at that point we were away for so long
Yeah,
that we got to a point where we really wanted to get back to Fukuoka. I remember
yeah,
we were like, oh man, like it's time to. We did a one more last stop because I wanted to film an abandoned place, and that in itself, I haven't posted the video yet. It's gonna come in the future videos. It's a quite interesting spot, probably one of the most dangerous place in Japan, if I can say. But yeah, we decided to do that, and we wanted to just go back because it was already like nearly 2.5 weeks. So we made like a one way back to Fukuoka in like how long? It was like 21 hours, 22 hours, like all in a block, which was quite
22 hours
quite
driving
intense. So
with a K car. It was a very small car, isn't it?
yes, with the Esperanza, we
Esperanza, our
renamed
car.
the car.
Well, we want to talk about Monte Fuji as well, the experience we have in the forest.
We forgot to talk about that. You're right.
We passed by when we were in Tokyo. We were to go to the Mount Fuji. Unfortunately, it was not really good weather, so didn't see the nice view of the Mount Fuji. But we went around there, and where we went, what's the name of the forest we went?
It's Aokigahara.
Aokigahara. So it's the suicide forest here in Japan, and we decided to go inside to just to have a work, not to check, but just to have a work and see how it looks like. It was really deep. It was really intense. Actually, the energy. It was really chill in a way, but it was really intense. This forest.
It's a beautiful forest.
It's a beautiful forest.
It's really nice.
It was quite beautiful grain. It was dark too.
Yeah.
It was how to express. It was really concentrated. I would say that.
I don't know. It's hard to talk about this forest and be talking about it in the right way. Why?
Yeah.
Because it is a beautiful forest. Like he said, it has been called the suicide forest afterwards. Why? Because lots of people every year are basically going over there to commit suicide. and we wanted to film, to do something about it. A lot of videos are already online about it, so it was hard to do something to sort of stand out. I am personally not the type of person to just want to go looking. At first, I had this sort of morbid curiosity where I was like, I would like to go chase and find the remains of someone. And then at one point, I just realized that it was just maybe not the right thing to do. So we changed a little bit our plans. But in all honesty, even what we did, we didn't even go that deep in the forest. We walked like it's just barely anything,
Yeah,
like
15 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe.
yeah, something like that. And we were on a path, like on a hiking path, so we did not even go much off. We went off road, but for barely any like maybe 150 meters, something like that.
Yeah.
And then I didn't know much. I watched 2 videos. That's how I knew about it. And when I got back, I started to edit that video, which I stopped. I stopped for some reason. I'm gonna get back onto it at some point, and to add some more content in my video, I went through a lot. I did not mention that to you, but a lot of videos actually about that forest.
Wow.
And I was quite surprised and shocked that actually lots of YouTuber, they go for that sort of fame, to go in to eventually find remains, and a bunch of them actually bump into bodies, or into people who hang themselves. And I realized that watching a couple of their videos, I realized that it could have happened to us. We didn't want it to happen, but even with what we did, we didn't go that far deep into the forest. It could have happened to us, because most of the guys who actually found bodies in those videos on YouTube, they found bodies like right next, even closer to where we went than where we went. And I was like, geez, I'm glad we did not bump into anyone.
You go around and then you see some body who hang up. So you might think all the time, you might have these pictures to your brain all the time for a long time. So we decided we enjoy this experience traveling around Japan. So we don't want to have any bad things in our trip. So we decided to just spend really 10-20 minutes in this forest and then left. But the feeling I had, I don't know, Tino, but it was very peaceful feeling. Actually, it was very intense. It was the energy was quite strong, so it was quite weird energy I found. But again, inside myself was quite calm. This forest was beautiful, and was just me and Tino only, and there was some silence. It was just silence and a beautiful green forest. So it was great experience. Glad that we didn't went through the forest so much, so we didn't see anything weird, didn't see no ghost or nothing. So we left, and we keep our trip going, and it was just amazing. This was one of the best trip of my life I had, and thanks to Tino, we have 3 weeks experience, and
it was good. Yeah,
it was good. Money aside, the Ubate aside, it was just this memory I had with him was just intense, was just beautiful.
Yeah.
So,
and we did not spend much, actually.
Yeah, we spent around.
When you think about it, we did not spend much. We did not earn much from Uber. We personally, I think I spent maybe $1,000.
Yeah, I'm the one who counts all the time. Everything I spend, I can't. I write it down. So in the end of the day, we spend 120,000 yen. I spent 120,000 yen, so it's 1,200 bucks.
Yeah, more or less like $1,000
for 3 weeks. Everything include between hotel, between eating. So it's like a $400 per week, which is not much actually.
No, it wasn't much. We didn't spend much at all, and we ate quite a bit in restaurants. We did not cook at all.
Yeah,
I know. Actually, one point we went to the groceries, and we had we had the plan to cook more in Tokyo. But
the bento, so you just warm up in the end.
Yeah. We ended up. No, we really did not spend much for 3 weeks around like that. But we shared the same car. We shared the gasoline. We shared the hotel.
Yeah.
So when you share, also it divides the costs like a lot. If we were like, let's say, a family, it would have basically been double. So
Yeah, yes. That was quite cheap actually. 3 weeks was quite good.
mm,
And
yeah.
after Nagano, after the city near Nagano, we went home. We come back home.
Yeah, we went straight home
Yeah.
on one single
Yeah.
ride. Well, at that point, we really wanted to get back home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3 weeks was very enough to do
Yeah.
trips around Japan.
The thing is,
so-
when you're with the same person, especially even though it's a friend, and you're with the same person for 3 consecutive weeks, at one point, yeah, you get to the point where you just want to get back to your own life, the previous life. Especially, we have responsibilities as well back here. So, little girl. You had to see your Yuri and
see my wife
and,
my
my
job
Yoko
back,
and,
then my life back.
life had to get back onto going. Yeah, completely. So
Alright.
so yeah that was about it, about that whole trip around Japan.
Around Japan with Uber Eats, yeah. So guys, if you're Uber Eats drivers, if you want to become one, you can do that. You can go around Japan and do Uber. So it's quite great to do it. You don't make money, you don't become rich for sure, 100%. But maybe you don't even cover your expenses 100%. But just do it. Just
Travel, yeah, no,
travel, no.
not if you travel, not. But if you leave
If
at
you, yeah,
one particular spot, you can live your life.
Yeah.
Depend on the cities.
yes,
I would say I don't know how much of a good life you will have if you were in Hiroshima or those, especially the starting cities. Because the thing is, that's how Uber works, right? They get affiliations with different restaurants, and when they start in a new city, they might not have that many restaurants, so less work
Yes,
automatically.
yes.
And eventually, a couple of years later, might get better. But for example, there's a city very close to where we live, Kurume. Kurume
yes.
has
I start
Uber,
Uber Eats in Kurume, yes.
and but I don't think they have that many restaurants. It's already a small city compared to Fukuoka, and I don't think. But actually, in many places, I went with Yoko for a short trip recently, like a month ago or some like a month and a half ago, and they have. We saw Uber Eats drivers in Miyazaki, in Kumamoto, in Kagoshima. So yeah, all over the island where we are right now, you can find Uber Eats. So it's becoming quite popular at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah, so for wrap everything, this was experience. Was just share with you guys if you're interested to travel around Japan. So we might go to end up here the live stream. And again, if you have any question, please just ask anything, and we were happy to answer you back and give you the best tips to do Uber and maybe have a better life here in Japan or have fun as well. I want to say thanks to Tino who joined me my first live stream. It was an experience for me. So thank you, Tino. I appreciate it.
Thanks for those of you who were present. Yeah, I mean, it's always awesome to have people present during a live stream, because you guys might not know. Yoko, yes, we are about to finish.
We are done, Yoko.
We're about to finish. What is that?
It's the guy said.
Is it the guy selling tofu or something
No,
like
no,
that?
no, it's not. No, I don't think so. No.
Really?
No.
No, because there's like in Japan you have lots of these cars with the speakers on top, and they, I don't know, they speak out loud, and
Tofu.
sometimes it's to sell tofu, sometimes it's to sell like it's a very old way, a very old Japanese way, and basically people just go out. In winter also for the toyu.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you have these old gas stoves and stuff, so people come out and they can just refill that way. So it's that's why we stopped and we were wondering. So yeah, what I was saying is it's awesome always to have people watching us, because what you guys might not know is when we started first, okay, and that's what's very stressful. Fabio was kind of anxious asking me for his first live stream. He was like, man, what do you do if nobody's watching? And I was like, man, just don't look at the count
Just
of
keep
people
going.
watching me. Just
I'm
keep
still watching
going.
there
Because
Yeah,
it's just like, it's the worst. When
Yeah,
you do
true.
a live stream and you feel like you're talking to yourself, it's like you feel so bad about yourself. You're like, am I not entertaining enough? Or should I change? Should I talk more about this or that? And but in the end, it works pretty well in general.
Yeah, it was
we
good.
get enough.
It was amazing, actually.
Yeah, it's good. And yeah, we can make some more. We can do some more live streams. Feel free to go check my channel. Like here, you get it's right there, and also it says exactly what you have to do. So feel free to go check that out and take part of the whole adventure.
Sure.
More videos are coming, and we'll probably do one live on my
Yeah, we do one
my
live to your
channel
channel.
as well.
Yes, yes.
That's going to happen at some point. So
Okay.
okay, cool.
Perfect, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you, and see
you next time.
See you next time.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
And